Good morning. My name is Karen Lyons, and I'm here at the Whitman Wellness Center this morning. And we're going to actually introduce a chair yoga class. I enjoy teaching chair. It's really for everyone and every body. But before we get started, I'd like you to make sure, first of all, that you have a chair. And preferably one without arms, okay? Because the arms, if there's arms, it would kind of restrict the movement a little bit. And then I have a blanket. We always bring a blanket. The blanket is, if you want it on your, bottom for a little bit more comfort. But we do use the blanket for, to roll it, and, we might be leaning over it, or actually even placing it underneath your feet if you have a little distance in between the floor and your feet. And then I have this morning a strap. And of course, if you don't have this type of equipment, that's okay. We can always make shifts. So you don't necessarily need a yoga strap. You could use a bathroom or a bath towel or a bathrobe tie or a tie in itself, so you can improvise. And then the same with a block. And again, the block we may or may not use throughout the different classes. And again, if you don't have one, you could use a book or something with a little bit of height. And the reason why we use a block, again, is generally to you have our feet risen a little bit to kind of help bring the floor up to us, to meet us, depending upon the length of your legs and so forth, and the size of the chair. So always making modifications too, and always listening to your body. That's the more important thing. And so this morning, what I'd like to do is really kind of concentrate on the upper body. And we will probably be staying in the chair for, most of the practice, if not all of it this morning. So put your coffee down, get yourself on a chair, and try to grab a few things really quickly. If you don't have a blanket, grab a towel anyways, and we'll start. So welcome to a wonderful chair class, I hope. All righty. So we're going to start. So finding some nice, alignment. We're always worrying about, or not worrying, we should always think about that alignment. So drawing our belly button in and drawing the energy up. We want to make sure we do that. Grounding our feet in. So this is where that block might come in handy, or the blanket, to help you feel yourself grounded. You're also sliding off the chair a little bit. You're not way back in the chair. You're a little bit off of the chair. So I'm coming up onto that. And we're just going to start to settle in a minute. Just settle in and take a couple of breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe releasing. It's morning right now, so maybe releasing the night's dreams and not jumping into the afternoon quite yet. Just settling in. Good. And then we're going to start to, enliven ourselves. So taking our hands and just kind of rubbing our hands together. Maybe, even our wrists, kind of rolling our wrists around and rub. Good. And then taking that and cupping your hand a little bit, just over the eyes, just for a moment, taking that breath in. And if you don't want to put it over your eyes, you can just place the hands on your heart. Inhaling and exhaling just for a moment, connecting to that breath. Always settling in first before you begin this practice or any practice. Just to kind of clear the clutter of the mind, right? Making some space for you. Good. And we're just going to start by drawing our hands up. So we're just going to inhale the hands up over the head, reach here. Try to keep the spine nice and long, keep the chin up away from the chest, draw the belly button into the back of the spine, and then flip the palms of the hands, and as you feel like you're pushing the air around you down, just bring those hands back down all the way. And we'll do that again. So flip the palms up, drawing the energy up over your head, nice and slow and gentle, and then flip and come on down. Good. And then we're going to be working the shoulders today mostly. So, I know I have a lot of tension. Sometimes that's where it gathers, especially in the morning from sleeping. So now we're just going to leave the hands here. Flip one palm up and the other one down. And we'll just rotate that around. So just back and forth, kind of getting the shoulders open here. And if you get tired at any point during the practice, just rest. Just bring your hands down onto your lap and rest. It's okay. Good. And then bring the palms in and out, and in and out. Good. Now, just grab yourself, give yourself a hug. Grab your hands. Try to line your elbows up, lifting up here. Draw the elbows up to your chin and then draw them down. You feel that in the back, opening up and just clasping your hands as best you can, giving yourself a nice, gentle hug. Good. And then we're going to twist with this now. So we're going to twist over to one side and then untwine and over to the other side. And then unwind here, and again, over to the other side. Now this time, take your head and just kind of turn it to the opposite, looking over the right shoulder. Unwind the head first, and then unwind the body. And then back over to the other side, looking over the left shoulder. And back. And I'm using what we're calling mirror imaging. I'm not sure if that's how it's coming across for you. Inhaling it up and exhaling those hands down. Good. This time we're going to take hold of the back of the chair. So let me just turn a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm holding on to the back end of my chair. And you take it where you can take it, okay? So maybe you want to come up a little higher or a little lower, or maybe even right to the chair pad itself, okay? And we're just gonna lean forward a little bit. So squeezing the shoulder blades together, keeping the head uplifted, and breathing here. Good. And then we're just gonna pull ourselves back a little bit and then lean into it again. So as you're leaning into it, just kind of think about pushing the sits bones, your sitting bones, down into the chair pad, lengthening by squeezing the shoulder blades together, lengthening through the arms, and then coming back and lift again. Good. Keeping your feet planted as well, okay? Beautiful. And then I'm just going to turn my chair back around. Good. Sorry. Okay. And then inhaling the arms up again and exhaling them down. Okay. And this is where we're going to grab hold of our belt now, or whatever you have. And if you don't have anything this morning, don't worry about it. You can still do this. We're going to take the belt and then we're just going to bring it right up over our head. So start to really kind of give it a good pull so you really feel your shoulder blades dip down, okay? So you're feeling them squeezing together and kind of pointing down towards your hip socket and lifting up, okay? Good. And then we're just going to lean over to that right side, opening up through that whole left side of the body, from the armpit right down into the hip, And only take it as far as you can go, okay? Don't go grasping at things, right? We're always grasping at life, grasping at this, grasping at that. Just be where you are. It's perfect. And then come back up, and then over to the other side, feeling. And just notice one side might be a little bit more cranky this morning than the other. It's okay. It'll catch up, right? And then come back up. Now we're going to just take it and just really pull down to the back of your head, right to the top of your shoulders, and really kind of put a lot of tension pulling on that belt as much as you can, and then leaning back up. And then we'll take those dips again. So dipping over to one side. And then coming up and over to the other side. Good. And coming back up. And now we'll just bring that back down. Good. And we're going to try to, gauge where you were. So if that was really tough for you, maybe you need to make it a little bit wider, maybe bring it way out, For myself, what I want to do is I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller now. Now I'm lifting up, and my distance between my hands is a little bit shorter, lifting up, and then again, I'm going to come over, up and go over. Good. And then pulling down, pulling up, almost like you've got a weight, and up. Good. And bring that back down. Nice. Now, little on the shoulders, right? So roll them back. Make it big and exaggerated. It should feel good. Good, and then maybe a little bit forward. Good, and then just kind of shake. Keep that energy going in the body, right? Keep it going. Shake your wrists around, shake, patting it down, maybe to the side. And just kind of shake. Good. All right, so let's get that going. So now let's start to move the upper body. Left and right, like you're flowing and dancing. Just kind of go up, and then maybe lift up on one side and then on the other, so the toes come up a little bit. Good. And then we're just going to swing the arms around, up and over, and swing them around, up and over, and swing them around, up and over. And then we'll go the other way. Swing them up, around, up, and around, and up. Beautiful. Good. And then we're going to come to the side of the chair. So I'm just going to turn to the side. So this is kind of why you don't really want to have arms on your chair. But if you do, just do the best you can. You can do this forward too. But I'm going to clasp my hands. Now again, if you can't quite clasp your hands, take that belt again and just hold on to that belt behind you like so, okay? I'm going to clasp my hands, and I'm going to reach my knuckles down. I'm going to lift my body up, squeeze those shoulder blades together as much as you can. Really feel that nice opening in the collarbone. Feel it in the shoulders kind of squeezing towards one another. And then I'm going to dip forward a little bit. Reaching with the crown of my head here. And coming up. Good. And then again, just kind of leaning into it, and go as slow as you can go. And if you can't even go forward, don't worry about it. Just keep your hands where they are. We're just thinking about opening up through the chest area, creating some of that space. Sore shoulders, right? One more time. Good. And then we'll swing around and we'll just try that right on the other side for 3 dips, right? So again, reaching the shoulders as far as you can, and again, grab hold of that belt if you want, and then coming forward for 1. And as you come up, pull the belly button in, and that's gonna help you come up. Don't go down too far either. If you get a little dizzy, just kind of go about halfway and then come up. And then of course, if you wanna go a little deeper, you would just drop your head all the way down and then come back up, right? Good. Good. And then swinging around and shake out. That probably needs a little bit of shoulder rolling again, right? So roll this time with the hands on your shoulders, elbows go back one way, and then let's just roll them back the other way. Good. All right, here we go. We're gonna reach now. So just reach up with the left hand and take that right hand and reach it down. So reach up. We're always trying to reach maybe that top cabinet, right? Reach, 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 and then up and go the opposite way. Reach here. Good. And then again, reaching up. And again, reaching up. Now the next time we reach up, see if you can incorporate your foot, opposite foot, reaching, lifting it up and bringing it down, opposite foot and down, like you're marching. Good. Let's do one on each side again. Reach and reach. Good. Great. And then take another nice inhale up. Always bringing the breath in. Let the breath take you on the journey to the posture, okay? So inhaling it up, exhaling down. This time we're gonna just start with the head. We're gonna take the head, bring it over to the left. Now take the left hand and grab hold of the temple on the right, and then make that right hand nice and heavy and long. And then just take the chin up a little bit away from your chest, kind of looking up towards the ceiling, and breathe here, us opening up at the neck, loosening those muscles up. And we want to soften and make this hand heavy so that that shoulder softens on that side. Good. And then we'll take that to the other side. So inhaling, grabbing hold of the temple on the left with the right fingertips this time, and just push down, lifting up, gazing at the ceiling, a little bit of a tug. Breathing, always breathing, right? It's good to breathe in through the nose and sometimes out through the mouth while you're doing these. And then again, inhaling both arms up and exhaling. Okay, so we kind of warm that up a little bit. So let's just kind of move that body again, maybe one side to the other. Little R&B here, huh? Little dancing, huh? So it doesn't really matter exactly what you're doing in the chair. What matters is that you're moving. Keep your bodies moving. Keep that energy within you flowing, right? And I mean, the more it flows, the more prana, the more, oh gosh, just the life force within you is just going to make you feel happier, lighter. Yes, we all want to feel lighter these days. More ways than one, right? And then maybe let's bring it to the feet. Launching it out, right? Getting a little cardio this morning, not too much, just enough. Good. A couple more, huh? And then we're going to go into what we call Virabhadrasana 2, which is Warrior 2, Warrior Pose. And that's pretty easy. You want to slide off of the chair so that you are, right on the edge of the chair. You're going to take your right foot, step it out, dial the toe inward, okay? Now, if you have the ability to take that leg over and out, this is where you want to do that, okay? And also, this is where that book or block might come in handy. By putting the block there, it helps bring the foot up. This helps me, my legs are short, so I like this. It helps me ground in. Now, the idea of this is to help us keep the hips open. So even though we've been kind of concentrating on our upper shoulders and our upper body, this is also really part of that by drawing the belly button in and up, creating that nice line of energy up through the system. Then we're just going to reach the arms out in a nice T formation almost, right? And then we're looking over the fingertips. So just gazing here. And this becomes our warrior posture. This is building your strength and your stability, your confidence, your all-knowing. And just reaching out, looking over, just gazing over those fingertips. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about the arms staying up. But if they are getting tired, just bring them down. It's okay. Just reaching here, drawing the shoulder blades together. Draw that belly button in and breathe. Whew. Great. Now from here, we are going to bend that left elbow. Just lean it on that thigh of yours and then just reach the other arm up. Now I should mention that if for some reason you can't get access to the foot being this far out, don't get frustrated. Just bring it out here. It's fine. And you can still get that movement in the side body. Because here what we're doing is we're just opening up that whole side of the body from the rib cage and the hip. Again, creating space in the body for that energy to flow. Good. And then come on back down, right? Take your feet together, maybe shake out a little bit, and then we'll take that to the other side. So bringing your block over, if you've got the ability of having two blocks, you'd have them on either side, right? We're going to take that. I'm going to turn mine around a little bit. I'm going to take my foot out. Good. And this is about squaring those hips, okay? We want to keep that sacrum in alignment with our spine. So that's the reason why we want to draw the hip forward. So again, if this is too much for you, bring it out here, okay? Wherever you're at. Remember, it's perfect. And then try not to lean too much towards that bent knee. Try to allow the torso to come up. Draw that belly button in again. That's it, down belly button. And in and up, in and up. Draw the energy up, bring it on up, and then bring the hands right on out and gazing over those fingertips on the other side. And just think about, what have I done that I am really proud of myself for doing? And let that be a mantra for the day, knowing that I am good. And then we'll bend that elbow again, and we're just gonna come right on up, reaching over, feeling that nice extension, right? And again, just doing what you can do, and then back to center, and we'll bring those legs back in. Maybe a little tap, and let's just roll around. Roll around in that pelvic bowl. We just kind of opened up through the sacral area, so we just want to roll it around. Good. We'll pause here and then just go around the other way. Good. One more rotation. Good. And then lift your arms up and that's straight. And then just kind of fall back a little bit. Belly button in the back of your spine. And then moving up. Pressing back. Belly button in the back of your spine. And move up. I like to call these my cheating sit-ups. Okay. Come on back. Lifting up. And moving back. Lifting up. Good. Lifting back. Good. Lifting back. Good. Awesome. Now, here we go. We're going to take either that hug again, or if you can, take the hug, then bring the arms up and clasp your fingertips to the palms of your hands. So this might not be accessible to everybody, okay? It took me a long time to be able to do this. So either keep it here, or if you want, just bring your arm in like so, okay? What we're trying to do now is open up the back of the shoulder, okay? So these are what we call our eagle arms, and we're gonna have these here, and then if it allows, draw those elbows up so that they meet and greet your nose, and take a nice deep breath in, and you should feel this beautiful stretch at the top of your shoulders. And then again, we're going to come down, bringing elbows as close to the lap as possible, to the shins or the knees. Breathing in the back body. And then coming back up. Lifting the gaze. And then unwinding. Maybe rotate those hands. And then opposite, right? So again, option 1, option 2, option 3, up to you. Like, let's make a deal. Which door do you want? Lifting up and then coming on down. Bringing that breath. Feel the breath, how it expands your lower back. Rib cages go left and right when you're really bringing a deep breath in. And exhale out. And then coming on up. And exhale. Good. Let's see if we can take our left knee and squeeze it in towards our chest. Maybe take the ankle, roll the ankle around a little bit. Take that to the other foot, bring it in, squeeze. And now as you're squeezing, don't, sink back into your chair, okay? Again, lift right on up, sitting right at the tippity top of your sits bones, drawing the belly button in, taking the shoulders back, and just squeezing that knee in as close to your chest as possible. And then exhaling it down. Good. Now we're going to squeeze it in, and then we're just going to kind of cross that leg around. Okay. And you can stay right here, Or if you'd like, you can take a twist. So again, we're twisting at the the lower rib cage really, but I want us to concentrate on the upper shoulders. So maybe grab hold of the back of the chair on the opposite side as you lift that shoulder up on alignment on the left and the right. Of course, if you've got a mirror, you can see. I don't have a mirror this way, but when I go the other way, boy, I can see if my right and left shoulders are in line with one another. Good. And then we're just going to unwind. Good. Take that out. Let the foot come down. Maybe press the toe down towards the floor and just lean into it a little bit. Just opening up through the front of the ankle, opening up through the hamstring a little bit. Good. And then slide that in, and we'll take that to the other side. So squeezing it in, crossing it over, and you want to lift right on up. And then you can use your hand on the outside edge of that kneecap to help you take the twist. And oh yeah, see how I have one shoulder up? I want to bring it on down and then twist at that lower rib cage, but I'm also broadening through the upper chest, drawing the shoulder blades together, the belly button again, in and up. Good. And then we're going to unwind here. Take that foot back out again, that one. And you can hold on to the chair and lean forward. Reaching with the crown of the head. Coming up. Can we do both feet? You stick both feet out. Hold on to that back of that chair and just lean forward. Good. And then slide your feet back in. Take a nice inhale up. Exhale. Another little twist just to kind of inhale here. Just kind of like to end with twisting. We've gotten the body moving a little bit. So twisting is good. It helps loosen up all of the toxins in the body so that they're easily released. Good. And then one more to the other side. Good. And then inhaling it up. Exhale, hands come down, and then just like do that movement again. Just see how much maybe, ease you might have in your body now that we've done a few shoulder openers, we've moved the body a little bit. It doesn't take much. You just have to, take the 5 to 10, 15, whatever you have minutes of just moving. Move however makes you feel good, okay? Inhaling here up, reaching forward. Exhale down, reaching up. Exhale forward, coming back up. And again, reach. So I'm reaching to the side. Let me just kind of go this way a little bit so you can see. I'm reaching like so. And coming back, okay? Reach. This is chair pose, right? And then we can take it up off the chair if you want. But this morning we're concentrating on just allowing our body, upper body, to feel the movement. So just start to bring that energy down into your sits bone. Maybe taking your hands again and rubbing them back and forth. Good. And then placing them that energy that you've been creating, place it on some place on your body that's kind of cranky today. So for me, my lower back as usual. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to put my hands right there and feel that energy that I've created in myself, soothing away all of the tension. And then this is the part of the practice that we call Shavasana, which is the time for relaxation. So you can take this for as long as you want. I'm going to show you a couple of options that you can do, seated options. The first is taking that blanket and you kind of make like a makeshift bolster with it. And you can either put it right on your lap on the upper part. Here I can, push your butt down a little bit to the back of the chair. And then you just kind of lean forward and over it and just let yourself hang here for a little bit of relaxation. The other thing you can do is if you have another chair or some kind of a hassock, you can bring your feet up a little bit and then just allow that energy to flow. But I'd like to let you stay here as long as you'd like in your Shavasana, closing your eyes, feeling the energy flowing, and just taking a moment to be with you. And I'll leave you here so that you can take this opportunity for as long as you would like this morning to just finding your inner self, your inner peace, your inner love and light. Drawing hands together at our heart shelves and bowing together and saying Namaste, which really just means the love and the light that you shine upon me is the same love and light that I shine upon you. Namaste. Thank you.